Hello world. How you guys doing? Welcome to yet another showcase where we are highlighting an entrepreneur. Listen, guys, this showcase is if you are not a part of the Entrepreneur Empire Awards, you need to get registered. Go to www.myempireevents.com. I am proud to be interviewing one of the nominees for this year at the Entrepreneur Empire Awards. But without further ado, sir, I want you to introduce yourself, Demetrice, to everybody. Just kind of give them a little bit of a background of who you are and what you currently do as an entrepreneur now. So the floor is yours, sir.
First off, I want to say thank you so much, Dr. Pitts, for giving me the opportunity to be on such a platform, bringing such recognition to the brand. Like you just said, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm actually in retail. I have my own clothing brand. The name of it is called Cold Black. As you can see, we have it on. He have it on the shirt. I have it on as well. You see a couple of products in the background. It's Cold Black. It's pronounced Cold Black, but it's spelt with an X, so it's by Cold Black. But like I just said, I'm in the retail business, and I'm trying to continue to grow in the community with the brand and trying to get it outreach more in the community. But right now, we just an upstart brand, and we just hopeful and grateful for the opportunity that we have.
Absolutely. Now, Demetrice, tell everybody how old you are.
I'm 29 years old, sir.
So 29 years old. Listen, guys. This is it. Entrepreneurship, there's no age limit, right? And there's no pertinent time that you should start, right? If you have a vision that God has given you, my job, Demetrice's job, and every entrepreneur that exists, our job is to allow you to see that what we do is possible. Yes, it's work, but what we do is possible. So listen, let's dive right into it, Demetrice. So what was your key driving force to actually saying, hey, I want to become an entrepreneur? So what was that key driving force for you?
Really, throughout my lifestyle growing up, I was always around it. My dad is an entrepreneur. My mom is an entrepreneur. They own their own businesses. My brother, he has his own business that he's working on as well, trying to get upstart. So it was always in the recipe. It was always in the household. So in 2015, when I started back going to college seriously, I was going through my general studies and stuff, and I was just like, I just need to find a way to program my energy. I got a lot of energy, a lot of creative energy, and I really didn't know what I wanted it to do. I didn't know if I wanted to continue to go in the regular work field, because I've been working at the Olive Garden since high school, since 2009, which I currently still am working at. So I did not know if I wanted to currently go into the workforce and use a degree to continue that versus me taking a leap on faith and trusting my own due diligence and starting my own business and trying to outreach to the community, because I feel like I can provide just as much as a top quality brand clothing without hurting the customer's pockets, meaning you ain't got to go in the store and spend $100 on a shirt, but you can come to me and get the same quality and spend $30 on a shirt or $25 on a shirt. So I felt like I had to test myself even more and challenge myself, because I felt like if I would have just kept, not necessarily saying that a 9-to-5 is a bad job, but I just felt like I really wasn't really getting to the true lifestyle that I wanted with just working that. So I was just thinking when my graduation day came, I got to do something. And then it was just something with me having so much energy, I can't sleep well. So I just started waking up at like 3-4 in the morning, and just one morning it just hit me. It was like, start a business. So I was like, okay. So due diligence, I've always been a drawer. Start drawing up the logo, come up with the names with me and some of my friends, and Cold Black. Before I knew it, that social media, entertainment, that is something that has taken over. And everybody, you see everybody always on their phone. So we fall victim to that. So I was always on my phone. So I'm like, what if I come up with a business that's online that somebody always see, they might like, and then we might can get the ball rolling. So
right.
Came up with the logo. last year, all this started last April, came up with the logo. By May, we had the logo made. I got a partner over in Pakistan that makes some of my products for me. We went ahead and got the digitalizing, start drawing up the stuff. So we've been on the road, man. But I tell you, it's just the driving force was just trusting God and trusting myself and believing that it's something higher than just what we see on the day-to-day basis. That's why Code Black, it stands for perfect peace, a peace of mind surrounded by hell. And what that means is it's easy for the person to kind of be calm when it's a calm situation, but it's not easy for the person to be calm when it's a hostile situation. So it's really just the mindset, just to give you something else to think about. Instead of you trying to be so hostile, just be calm. Just be calm. And just stay peaceful. It's just peace at the end of the day.
Absolutely. So tell us, Demetrice, how many hours a day do you work on average, due to the fact that you do have, because I heard you say you already have a 9-to-5 job, and then you're also doing this business. And I think with a lot of individuals, one of the facets of them not starting entrepreneurship is because they feel like, well, I don't have enough time because I'm working my 9-to-5 job. Some of them are single parents, single moms, and things are like that. And I think that there's a lot of roadblocks that are put up, right, in regards to saying, well, this is the reason why I don't start my business. And I think that you will be a voice or a beacon to explain to us. So how many hours a day do you actually work, due to the fact that you also have a 9-to-5 job?
I can give y'all the perfect blueprint. My daily life cycle is wake up, get to work at 9:30, get off about 4:30, come back home, get something to eat. So from about 4:30 to 5:30 is like a real quick break. Then from 5:30 maybe up to about midnight, strictly about the business. So that's another 5-6 hours. And that's every day. It ain't no 9-to-5 with your own business. It ain't no Monday through Friday. It's every day. This is my everyday all day. When it comes to the weekend, it's all day. It's not no 9-to-5. This is every day. This is all day. The idea is it's like the Chattahoochee River. It just flows. I sometimes just go down there and just sit at the river walk and just watch the water flow and just come up with the ideas in my head. Because one thing that it's the balance is, I work at a job, and at any given time, I can just not be lazy. I won't do it, but you can just say, hey man, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But when you got your own business, you can't say that.
Right.
You can't say that. So that the amount of hours that you put in is really dictated on you. You are really in control at the end of the day. Like you said, the majority of the person is kind of intimidated because they already working 9-to-5, 8 hours. So they might have to come home, take care of their children, might have to be a wife, might have to be a husband. So the time is of essence. So at that point in time, I feel like if you got to do that stuff, that's when it comes down to your planning. If you got good planning, by the time you all work, you got a good cycle, a good recipe or routine of what you are doing. You can handle all your necessary stuff that you need to handle and still take care of your business at the same time. Like, to me personally, it ain't no excuses. Like it's truly not no excuse. Because to me, I felt like with me being 29, and if I make it to July to see 30, Lord, hopefully I do, I always want to figure out like what I need to be doing. So in retrospect, if you got, with me being 29, I'm not necessarily saying I got a lot of free time, but if we know how to utilize our time and I go to work, I got this already set up. By the time I'm done with everything else, I'm already on my business. I'm already working on my stuff. I got so much stuff. I'm planning in marketing strategies, advertising strategies, promotion campaigns. We updating the website. We coming up with the spring, summer catalog. It's always something. So when you say how much time we put in, really, personally, in my personal opinion, it's like all day, every day. But if you want to hear an answer, I say about 6 hours. As soon as I get out of work, it's always something I'm doing about Code Black. Always. Like you'll see a long sleeve shirt that's for my fall collection. I got on the long sleeve shirt. You see the bomber jacket. This right here is gonna be introduced for the spring catalog, the tie-dye stuff, bringing in a new flavor. It's always some work. It's
Yeah.
always some work.
Yeah. And I think given that time capsule is good, because a lot of people don't understand, and you don't have to put in those 6 hours, right? That's Demetrice's passion. But what he gave you was an opportunity to say, there's a window of no excuses. Even if you put 1, 2, or even 3 extra hours into what you want to do, because essentially the goal is to have your business outdo your 9-to-5 job. And when that happens, now guess what? Those same hours you're putting in at that 9-to-5 job now becomes those hours over here into your business, right? Until you get it on autopilot. And then now all you have to do is just check in with your group and do reports, right? And that's what it's about. So Demetrice, tell us, how has being an entrepreneur affected like your family lifestyle, or kind of like your lifestyle in general?
Being an entrepreneur has definitely opened up a lot of eyes when it comes to, and it's already a word that I don't throw around loosely, but when it comes to friendship and even familyship, when they see you doing a path like this, it kind of isolates you, and you already separated because you're on the path of entrepreneurship. So you already in the 1%ership. So when you really step out and start doing something like this, it really shows who really supports you. Yes. And it really shows who really has the love and respect for you. Because even if, let's just say, I ain't got the money to support or buy, if I know I got respect for you and I respect your brand, I wouldn't put it down. So when you really start to do stuff like this, it really shows you need a true support system, not a fake support system, not one that tells you, okay, I like what you're doing, but really in admiration, they really kind of like jealous of what you're doing. It's really a true support system. Like, you need people that's kind of holding you accountable. Like, you need people that got love, and you need people that got the knowledge and the wisdom around you to kind of hold you accountable. Like, okay, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. That's good business, that's bad business. And normally when you see a lot of people that's going into that entrepreneurship field, people around them, it'd be a lot of opportunists that want to see what you're doing, probably might want to help a little bit, but not really be involved like how you be involved. Like you just said previously, the 6 hours that I do, that's my 6 hours. That's not intentionally saying you do 6 hours. That's just what I do. Because if I wasn't doing the 6 hours, I would say personally, what would I be doing? Yeah. To me, that feels a tremendous void. So I'm not out here running the streets. I'm not out here getting in reckless trouble. I'm out here staying on the positive journey that God got for me. So with the entrepreneurship, with friends and family, it then definitely opened up a whole lot of eyes as far as friends that, you know, they kind of in your, like the OJ said it best, they smiling in your face, all in all, they want to take your place, you know. So with that being said, it kind of opened my eyes a lot. But at the end of the day, I'm not finna sit here and say I wasn't surprised. It's a shame that I had to open a business to see how you really feel. But for the ones, it definitely has opened up and made my circle way stronger as far as the support system that I do have. I know exactly who my true support system is. And now it has my vision to the point where it's like, if you wasn't in that support system when it truly started, it's kind of hard to penetrate it. And like you said, join the team and stuff like that, because it's a journey. And now with the ball rolling and you starting to get it rolling and stuff, it's a lot of people that want to hop on and be like, I can do this and do that, but they really ain't got the resume behind their words to back it. So it's just, at the end, it's just all kind of like wordplay. So starting the entrepreneurship, it's definitely been eye-opening from all the way around, from friends to family to close family to friends, you know, going all the way back to middle high school, that you would think that they scroll all the way up and down on Facebook and Instagram all day, and they know they see your stuff, but they won't like it, but they know it's hot, so they like it, but they won't. I call that a silent supporter, because eventually when they start seeing influencer marketing and more people starting to wear it, it's starting to get out, because it only been open since October. So, and then we haven't even had no true marketing. It's just been word of mouth and passing out cards and stuff like that. So once it get on the wave, and like once it get the truly flame and the recognition that it deserves, that's when it's gonna be even more. So it's
Right.
like it ain't really just been, but just like a practice. It's been like God saying, okay, this is what's gonna happen when you turn over that leaf. What you think gonna happen when you turn over that log? So
Yeah.
it's definitely been a true, like you said, it's been a learning curve for sure. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. For sure. So tell us, Demetrice, what is your greatest fear and how do you actually go about managing that fear?
That's a good question. My greatest fear has always been in life and becoming wasted talent. And what I mean by that is I feel like everybody in the world has something special that they have to present. And it's up to them to find out what it is. And if they don't, then that's when they fall under the category of wasted talent. And with me coming from the background that I come from, the family and the lifestyle that I come from, I felt like if we was to go through this lifestyle and not achieve some form of not wealth, but get into the next level based off of our talent, then it would feel like you got all this talent, but you ain't do nothing with it. Cause you imagine if Michael Jordan had all that talent, but he ain't never played basketball. Ain't no, we wouldn't have seen what we seen. So it's the same thing. It's that same passion in a clothing designer or in a painter or in a musician or anything. It's about not trying to become the norm of a bum or not being able to do anything besides getting in trouble or being a statistic, following others, joining gang violence and all that. No, it was about becoming something. It's about having something to be proud on. It's about having something where your children can say, I'm proud of my father. I can leave something to my children. It's about that. So my biggest fear has always been becoming a statistic, just staying away and just trusting my craft and trusting my relationship with God, that he blessed me with the talent that I could take to the next level, that I could kind of be able to outreach to the community and help others, get jobs and stuff like that, and help others with knowledge and wisdom that I know that I could spread to them and help them out when necessary. If they ask, I can't put it on to them, but if they ask, I would definitely spread it on to them. But my biggest fear has always been not becoming wasted talent. Definitely do not want to waste the talent. So so that means I got to skip the party with my friends on a Friday night to stay at the crib doing some homework on the business. We going to do that. If that means I'm going to skip the party Saturday night to do some more homework, we going to do that. Yeah. Do that mean I'm going to be in church every Sunday to get the lesson? We going to definitely do that. And do that means that when we going to continue doing the 9 to 5, yes, we going to do that because that's passive income. But after we get our work, we not just going to chill. We ain't really, we done been chilling already for 29 years. Right. We've been chilling already. We should have been already doing this. So it ain't no more excuses. It's a straight just mental, like just every day, just going at it. Because if not, then you feel like, what are we really doing? Like we just, we ain't doing nothing. We just wasting our talent at the end of the day. So that's my biggest fear, not becoming wasted talent at all. Yeah.
And what I want you guys to really pay attention to is that you hear the passion and the real definition of sacrifice. Right. Demetrice is making a sacrifice to not do. And guys, you got to understand that it's a choice. As entrepreneurs, we have a choice to either accelerate in our business because we want our business to be just as big as the next Nike or the next Adidas, right? Especially when you're in the lane that Demetrice is in. So when you're looking at these competitors and you see that they are a big brand, of course, you should be thinking that big. So in order for you to think that big, you got to do things that you're just not comfortable with doing. Does Adidas and Nike have to do that now? Absolutely not, because they have arrived, right? But when you're in a position where you're emerging, then you have to make certain sacrifices. Demetrice understands that the sacrifices now are not going to be forever sacrifices. When he gets, to whatever age bracket that's going to be where he feels comfortable to say, now I can take I can take a vacation, and instead of partying, I can now travel to Italy, right? So it's just a different mindset that I want you guys to understand, that us as entrepreneurs, these are the kind of mindsets that we have. So Demetrice, tell us, what key activities would you recommend entrepreneurs to actually invest their time in?
They got to some key activities that I would tell start-out entrepreneurs to invest in just starting out. I'm not gonna hit them with too much because me personally, I feel like it's levels, because with me, my lifestyle of playing sports through high school and college, I always been active when it came to being in the gym. So I would definitely say go to the gym. And the reason why I say that is because mentally it takes you away. Me, I can't speak for nobody else, but mentally I'm able to go to a whole nother world, and I'm able to think about stuff in a totally different aspect where I'm able to, if I'm angry, I'm able to run it out. I'm able to work it out and stuff like that. If I got an idea, I'm able to really kind of put it together. So by the time I'd have left the gym, I done came up with another idea or something like that. So you got to have something to channel your energy, because people be having so much energy and they don't know how to channel it, and they kind of just end up kind of just like when they could kind of be out in the world doing stuff. They could go to the gym, they could have a whole routine. They could be at the gym at 3:00 to about 3:30, leave the gym, go somewhere from about 4 to 4:45 or something. They could have it like that. So some key activities: going to the gym, reading, a lot of reading, you got to self-educate yourself. A lot of due diligence. I like to read. Personally, I read depending on what my workload is. It was to a point I was reading a book a week, but now it then got back to the point about a book a week and a half. But when you self-educate yourself, what happens is your mind goes just like this. Boing. What happens is all the knowledge start coming in. So what you wasn't taught in high school and college, you are able to keep up in these conversations when you start to meet people like Dr. Pitts and Dr. Hughes and stuff like that. You are able to keep up with them, and you know just as much, if not more than them. And they look at you and they are very intrigued and impressed with you because of the education level that you have. So reading, working out, I don't want to get too religious because I don't know what everybody's religious base is, but I just personally say, if you don't believe in God, then that's just something personally, because that's a cool guy. He done a lot for me. So I would say go to church, establish a relationship with God, like try to. Trust me, I know it's hard. And I'm speaking for my young guys that's younger than me right now, for the ones that don't even have a relationship with them, that don't even know about church. Like, just try it out. Just go in there and just listen. Just try it out. You might like it, because it did a lot for me. It changed my whole thought process when I started listening. Trust me. So establish a relationship with God. Honestly, ask for mentorship. Ask for help. Ask for some guidance from somebody that's highly decorated, that know what they talking about, especially in the field that you are wanting to do your entrepreneurship in. That be the main thing. People be kind of hesitant to ask because they kind of be, I don't know, they kind of be gun-ho and don't want to, ask somebody or something. So they want to be a hard-headed, doing it on their own. But you gotta ask, like, and you ain't too proud to ask. Like, you ask somebody and get some hindsight, and hopefully they give you the right hindsight to tell you that what you are doing is actually gonna thrive in the market that you want it to be in, and that what you are doing is on the right path. Like the guys that I had when I started stumbling on my path and started meeting them upon my path before I even opened, when I was just showing them just screenshots and just little stuff like, I'm gonna get this outfit and I got my logo, I'm gonna put it on that right there. They were like, man, that logo is hot. If you keep doing it, you can take it, it can go there. So it's just about believing in your passion. You can go just like you can start just at the bottom, and if you believe, you can go right up just like that. So I want to say that's about the main 4 small things I would say for the start out entrepreneurship. You just got to go, you got to be mentally disciplined. You definitely got to be mentally disciplined. You got to be mentally disciplined to kind of block out the noise and sacrifice a lot, because there's some sacrifices, and that's going to be your testament from God to show if you really want it or not. If you ain't ready to sacrifice, you don't really want it. You got to sacrifice. It ain't no such thing as you opening the business and it ain't no sacrifices. It ain't no trouble. It's gonna be some trouble in your blues. It's just that's just what it is, and that's building you. That's building your character to make your business go up. If you are blessed and let's just say you're a rapper and you start a clothing brand, okay, cool, you're a rapper. So you got the clientele, you are in the influential space where you can kind of already have 30,000 people come to your site already. But for the ones that's building that up, it's a different grind to that aspect. It's a different mindset to that. It's a different recipe to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And tell us, Demetrice, who has been your greatest inspiration?
My greatest inspiration, man, is my mother.
Yeah.
She's a special person, man. Like my mother and both my parents actually, but my mom for some strange reason, she's just a special person because they kind of knew, like it's almost like they kind of knew something in me before I even knew it in myself, and they were just trying to wait to figure out what it is I really want to do to dive in 100% passion into the business. Like this right here, what you are saying, this is 100% passion. This is not no game.
Right.
This is straight 100% passion. And if it wasn't for my mother and her voice in my head, just her leadership, you gonna be great one day. You know, you got $1 million mindset. You got some very good creative ideas. You never was a follower. You always stayed out of trouble. You always like reading. You always stayed in the library. You just always did everything right. It's just up to you to figure out what you want to be. If it wasn't for those conversations and that leadership and the wisdom, that's the most thing I take from me and my mother's relationship is our conversations. Because that's where you really learn everything. Without my mom, I would not be here. Without my mom and without my mentor, I would not be here today.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, listen, Demetrice, tell everybody where they can find you at, how they can support you. And most importantly, man, tell them where they can get this amazing gear. As you guys see, I got my shirt. I love the texture. Everything feels good. Listen, it feels no different if you went to the mall and you bought that shirt off that rack for $45, right? This got that Aeropostale feel, right? And that's one of my favorite brands. But Cold Black is my new favorite brand, right? So Demetrice, tell them how they can get connected with you. How can they get access to the merchandise? Just give us all of the information that you can possibly give us in regards to how that they can stay connected with you.
Absolutely. I'm very, very active on my Instagram account where I check that personally. That's my personal, like right there on the phone when they send stuff, I'm checking that personally. I ain't got no assistant doing that. They can get in contact with me at my personal Instagram account. It's at I don't know if it's going to be a link, but it's @_ and it's going to be Dope Boy Meech, DOPEBOY Meech. You go to that, you're gonna see all the clientele from everybody else that then bought clothes, so you'll see all the merchandise from customers that then bought it, that supported, that tagged me on Instagram, that saying go to the website to make their purchases. Like Dr. Pitts just said, you can get the merchandise at www.xodeblack.com. Once again, www.xodeblack.com. You can get all your merchandise from there. Once you go in, as soon as you get there, you get it's a pop-up that pops up. If you put your email address in there, you're gonna get an email sent back to you. You already get a 10% off coupon code. So we already showing love to the community just for the opportunity that you took to come to the website to either look or support, or just to take the time out, just to, like, if you was walking in the mall and you just took the time to come in the shop, whether you buy something or not, you come back, that goes something for you to have to buy something. So it's nothing but love and admiration. We got, like I said, we got that new catalog coming. So if y'all do come within the March, it's gonna drop on March 20th. That spring summer catalog, we got that coming. We working diligently on that now. But 2022, man, it's definitely a fun year. Like we just said, we started in October. So October, November, December, January, February. Only 4 months, 4.5 going on 5 months. We got some businesses out here that's been open for years. So we just keeping the motivation going every day.
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, you heard it best. Again, tell them again where to get the merchandise from. Give them the website again, Demetrice.
One more time, you can get the merchandise at www.coldblack.com, and I'm gonna spell it out XODEBLACK.com. You can get the merchandise from there. And one more thing, on there, when you go to the website, you're gonna see that next summer on July 29th, we are actually the brand is actually nominated at the for the Entrepreneurship Awards Empire Award Show for merchant and retailing. So again, I'm gonna say it again because I think that went over people's head. Next year, July 29th, the Cold Black brand is up for an award, a major award for entrepreneurship. So with that being said, we just started in October, and already February, we already nominated for an award show next year. So that's not even including all the work that the brand got to do this year, all the way up until that. So they are already spotting us a year and a half of basically practice work to get done to fix up our resume to come up with. So we are so grateful for the opportunity to be nominated in such a prestigious award, to have the clothes broadcast on such a platform. We are nothing but humble and blessed all at the same time.
Absolutely.
Nothing but humble and blessed.
Absolutely.
Nothing.
Well, Demetrice, thank you, brother, for your time. We appreciate you tremendously. You guys already know where to go get the merchandise at www.coldblack.com, and that's with an X. Listen, guys, I got my little keychain, right? I got my keychain. Demetrice got his hat. You see all of the merchandise that's available. Make sure that you guys go and support. It's very, very important that you guys go and support small businesses now, right? So they can become larger businesses later, right? And what you guys got to pay attention to is that you guys are the reason why we get to the levels that we get to. So we need you. We need you. We need your support. And if you can't purchase anything, spread the word, right? That's the best thing that you can do, is at least spread the word, letting people know that we exist. Demetrice, you want to say something before we go?
Basically just to piggyback and further elaborate on what Dr. Pitts just said, like he said, even if you can't make a purchase, just even you taking the time to come see us and just check us out and just spread the word, that's doing a lot. Because when we be out and you see us out in the real world and you see it on, that's doing a lot, because people are starting to become recognizable. Like, okay, that's that new brand that everybody's talking about online. So even if you can't support for us financially, just you taking the time out to come visit the website and look at some of the merchandise is already support enough. So once again, we would love for you to do business with us, but if not, just the fact that you taking the time out to come see our business is support enough. So we just want to say thank you on the bottom of our hearts for that aspect as well.
Absolutely. Listen, guys, whoever shares this live to 5 different groups or 5 different friends, and you screenshot and you send it to me, and if you make a purchase, so you gotta share it and actually make a purchase on the website, we're gonna match that purchase, right? So if you buy a hat, whatever the value of that hat is, we're gonna match it dollar for dollar. Entrepreneur Empire is gonna match it for dollar, meaning that if you got a hat, you can get 2 hats, right, for the price of 1. All right, because we want to make sure that we support Demetrice. And so the first person that actually shares this live feed to 5 different groups or friends and makes a purchase, you will receive double the honor. Okay. Demetrice, my brother, thank you again for your time. We appreciate you, my brother. Much success. I'm honored to even be your mentor. But most importantly, I'm honored to even be a part of seeing where this brand is going to go. So listen, guys, you guys already know my quote is: coming together is the beginning, sticking together is progress, but working together is success. My name is Dr. Casual Pitts, and I'll see you guys on the next Entrepreneur Empire Awards nominees. Peace.
Love.